Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sunay Pai, on behalf of the Society for Industrial and Technical Education of Goa and Institute of Maritime Studies, welcome all of you for today's passing out function of the Diploma Entry Trainees having completed their 2 years pre-sea training course in Marine Engineering. At the behest of Director General of Shipping and with the help of Institute of Marine Engineers, India, the Institute of Maritime Studies came into existence in 1997 and the first batch of graduate entry trainees passed out in September 1998. As of today, 22 batches of graduate entry trainees and 18 batches of diploma entry trainees have passed out from this esteemed institute. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled here to witness the passing out of the 19th batch of diploma entry trainees. On this very auspicious occasion, it will be very much appropriate to invoke the blessings of the Almighty before we start the proceedings. I now call upon Cadet Royson D'Souza to recite the invocation. Cadet Royson. Thank you, Cadet Royson. That was quite inspiring and motivating. It was a prayer to Lord Ganesh, Goddess Saraswati, Varun, Sun, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and to the teachers for a successful sea career. Ladies and gentlemen, the Society for Industrial and Technical Education was formed with the purpose of imparting quality technical education in shipbuilding. Training in marine engineering on par with international standards was added to its objectives in 1997. It runs and manages two institutes, the Institute of Shipbuilding Technology and the Institute of Maritime Studies. This unique and dynamic society is presently headed by the chairman, Commodore Nagpal, who is also the chairman and the managing director of Goa Shipyard Limited. Commodore Nagpal is an alumnus of NIT Kurukshetra, IIT Delhi, and Naval War College, St. Petersburg, Russia. He has more than 32 years of distinguished service and experience in the Indian Navy as a naval architecture officer before joining GSL as director in August 2016. He assumed charge of the coveted post of the CMD GSL on 1st December 2018 and since then revolutionized the future of the shipyard by signing a high-value import substitute project for construction of two advanced missile frigates for the Indian Navy. Under his able leadership, commendable progress has been made on the project, overcoming myriad of technical and administrative challenges, and the shipyard has been successfully able to commence production of those two weapon-intensive platforms. He has been actively involved with upgradation of infrastructure undertaken for the MCMV project of the Indian Navy, as a result of which shipyard now has one of the most advanced shipbuilding infrastructure in the country. He is credited to tide over various critical issues faced during yard's ambitious modernization program. He has set stiff targets for increasing export of warships to neighboring countries and African nations, besides increasing the indigenization content on board ships constructed at GSL. Under his leadership, yard is giving major boost to absorbing emerging technologies. Prior to joining GSL, he has gained vast experience in large shipbuilding projects like destroyers and corvettes and has been project director for design of many frontline warships in the Navy. He has also held the coveted post of Principal Director of Naval Design at IHQ MOD, Minister of Defence, besides other appointments at Naval Dockyard and shipbuilding yards, providing wide spectrum of experience in refits and shipbuilding. He was awarded Nausena Medal for devotion to duty during his service in the Indian Navy. I now request Commodore Nagpal to welcome this gathering, please.
Am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Captain Hassan Albert, Chief Executive Officer, Maritime Association of Shipowners, Ship Managers and Agents, and guest of honor, Shri Uday Rohit, President, Institute of Marine Engineers, Captain Sujit Vaidya, Director General Crew Assessment and Global Cadet Management, the group, Captain Shriran Manjeshwar at Global Marine Learning and Development, Param Group, parents of the cadets, and the passing of cadets. Today, 40 cadets of 80 diploma batch will be passing out, bringing our tally of training diploma engineers to 595. We are one of the few institutes who are training diploma engineers to be molded as promising marine engineers. It is due to the pandemic that we are organizing the passing out function virtually. Easy Shipping has been proactive in providing provision to commence online classes in May 20 practical training from October 2020 onwards. This batch of 40 cadets reported on 15th of October 2020, after which they were quarantined for 14 days in independent rooms. After completion of quarantine period, the practical training was commenced, during which the cadets trained for 12 hours a day as permitted by DG's order. The institute has been following the SOPs in letter and spirit during the training session. They have now completed their course after completion of the required hours of practical training. 48 cadets of graduate marine engineering will be reporting for the practical training on 1st December, and all existing guidelines would be duly followed for their 3.5 months of practical training. The balance 32 graduate marine engineers shall report after the first batch completes their training at the prevailing order of DG Shipping. We have requested the permission of DG Shipping to allow training of half the capacity from the existing norm of 1/3 capacity of the institute, so that all balance 80 graduate marine engineering cadets can complete their training together. I wish to bring to the attention of the shipping companies the fact that the diploma batch cadets receive an all-round through training during their stay of 2 years in IMS. This extensive training makes them job-ready professionals with hands-on experience. Therefore, the induction pattern of diploma batch in the shipping industry should be reflective of this rigorous effort put in by the diploma cadets and their instructors. I therefore request the shipping companies to be supportive in this cause and extend support in hiring of these trained engineers, as some of the cadets in this passing out batch are yet to be placed. We are always supported by the shipping companies who have faith in our training even in the pandemic times. We are leaving no stone unturned to train each cadet in their technical skills, to build the right attitude and own leadership and communication skills to perform as efficient engineers. Our ex-cadets, distinct faculty and mentors invest their time on each cadet to keep them abreast to the latest development in the marine industry. We are fortunate to enjoy the full backing of the local shipping industry. They provide us the training facilities in their shipyards, ships, and marine workshops. I thank them for their support. We are proud of the fact that in spite of the depressed employment situation in the shipping industry, IMS has managed to clear 60 out of 80 graduate marine engineers who are joining in the next batch. I thank the shipping companies again for their support and assure them that this institute will continue to maintain high standards for training in future as well. My good wishes to all the passing out cadets: be dedicated to your profession and to your company. Good luck, God bless, and wishing you all happy and safe sailing. Thank you. Shanivan.
Thank you, sir, for the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to give awards to the meritorious and deserving diploma and degree cadets who have excelled in various fields of academics and practical training. For this honorable moment, I now request our director, Sri Deepak Shah, to do the honors. To begin with, we have the prize for the best technical presentation. This PowerPoint technical presentation was prepared and delivered entirely by the cadets themselves. Prize worth rupees 4,000 is for the winner team and is sponsored by the Institute of Marine Engineers and the prize worth ₹2,000 is for the runners-up team, and this prize is sponsored by International Marine Services. The prize winners were decided by the members of Goa branch of IME. The runners-up for the technical presentation on the subject preparation before departure of ship from port are Cadet Sandeep Wagh, Cadet Gabriel Kumasu, Cadet Pratik Naik, Cadet Manish Patnaik, the winners for the technical presentation on the subject alpha level cylinder lubrication are Cadet McNeil Saldana, Cadet Akshay Chaudhary, Cadet Pedro Fernandez, and Cadet Vizar Lima. Now two prizes together. The prize for securing highest marks in engineering knowledge motor is sponsored by Messrs. Anglo-Eastern Ship Management and consists of a cheque for ₹5,000, and the prize for securing the highest marks in the subject marine engineering practices is sponsored by Messrs. Lloyd's Register of Shipping, which consists of a cheque for ₹5,000. Both these prizes are awarded to Cadet Praveen Singh Gill. Again, two prizes together. The prize for securing highest marks in the subject consists of a cheque for ₹5,000, and the prize for securing highest marks in the subject electrotechnology is sponsored by Messrs. Technical Agencies, consisting of a cheque for ₹5,000. These prizes are awarded to Cadet Shafan Khan. Again, two prizes together. The prize for getting highest marks in the subject Naval Architecture and Construction is sponsored by Mr. Chogule and Company Limited and consists of a cheque for ₹5,000, and the prize for securing highest marks in Class 4 party subjects is sponsored by Sri A.S. Tambekar, ex-Director IMS, and consists of a cheque for ₹3,000. Both these prizes are awarded to Cadet Vizar Lima. prize for securing highest marks in engineering knowledge general is sponsored by Sri V.S. Mathur, ex-director IMS, consisting of a check for Rs 5,000. This prize is awarded to cadet Belro Fernandez. The prize for securing highest marks in the subject management is sponsored by Messrs. Campbell Shipping Limited, consisting of a check for Rs 5,000. This prize is awarded to cadet McNeil Saldana. The prize consisting of a check for Rs 2,500 for the best performance in upload practical work is awarded to the cadet who over the last 2 years has performed exceptionally well during training on board the transhippers. This prize is sponsored by New Era Shipping Private Limited and is awarded to cadet Shafan Khan. The prize consisting of a check for Rs 3,000 is for the best performance in workshop practice. This prize is awarded to the cadet who over the last 2 years has performed exceptionally well in basic workshop practicals consisting of machine shop, fitting shop, welding and gas cutting. This prize is awarded to cadet Ashley Costa and is sponsored by American Bureau of Shipping. Next, the prize for the most proficient senior cadet captain. This prize is awarded to senior cadet captain who has shown exemplary officer-like behavior during the training and has excellent record of discipline, attitude and initiative. This prize is being given in the name of late Sri S.G. Khare and nominated by Mrs. Sunita Khare. Mr. S.G. Khare was an alumni of DMET, Kolkata and was a well-known educator and teacher to generations of marine professionals. He was a highly valued member of SciTech. The prize consists of a check for Rs 5,000 and prize goes to cadet McNeil Saldana. Ladies and gentlemen, the prize for the best marine engineer and shipmate, consisting of a check for Rs 5,000 and a rolling trophy, is awarded by Williamson Ship Management India Private Limited to the cadet who displays qualities likely to make him a fine marine engineer and an excellent shipmate. He would have the ability to lead, inspire and guide others while recognizing the importance of being a team player, have a spirit of enterprise and initiative, a willingness to constantly learn and improve, and finally an unquestionable dedication and sincerity in performing his duties on board the ship. The prize winner has been chosen by the cadets themselves through a ballot, and the prize goes to cadet Belro Fernandez. The prize for the best academic performance 2 is based on the second highest marks obtained in theory subjects and is sponsored by Mrs. Bishops, consisting of a check for Rs 2,500. This prize is awarded to cadet Vizar Lima. The next prize is the Best Academic Performance 1. It is decided on the basis of highest marks obtained in theory subjects. It consists of a silver plate sponsored by Mrs. Vasantrao Demko Education and Research Foundation, and the prize goes to cadet Shafan Khan. The prize for the most promising marine engineer, consisting of a silver medal, is sponsored by William Salmaker Trust. This prize has been awarded to the cadet who has shown good progress in academic and practical work, besides having exhibited exemplary performance and aptitude towards marine engineering. And the prize goes to cadet Velro Fernandez. Finally, the prize for the best all-round performance in academics, sports, and the areas of discipline, leadership, aptitude, and attendance. The prize consists of a silver plate sponsored by the Institute of Marine Engineers. The prize goes to cadet Vizar Lima. Congratulations to all the prize winners. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now give passing out certificates to the diploma entry cadets. A moment they have all been anxiously waiting for last 2 years. In these 2 years, total of 40 cadets have truly worked hard in all fields and have left no stone unturned to ensure that they are all part of this honorable moment. So now I have the pleasure of calling on our director, Sri Deepak Shah, to hand over the passing out certificates and mementos to our diploma entry cadets. Cadet Shafan Khan. Cadet Siddharaj Nargoni. Cadet Akhil Takekar. Cadet Inoj Fernandez. Cadet Sachin Sharma. Cadet Royson D'Souza. Cadet Sahil Amankar. Cadet Brendan Baboza. Cadet Rohit Shinde. Cadet Felder De Silva. Cadet Steven Begiri. Cadet Adam Saab Shafi. Cadet Ashley Costa. Cadet Durga Prasad Benisetti. Cadet Reese Mesquita. Cadet Akshay Randge. Cadet Keshav Raju. Cadet Sterling Rodriguez. Cadet Shivam Sawant. Cadet Shubham Joshi. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Now I request our Deputy Director, Sri Ajay Tanvikar, to give the rest of the certificates. Cadet Edmund Dias. Cadet Prasad Chavan. Cadet Praveen Singh Gill. Cadet Dominic Pereira. Cadet Mehfuzur Rahman. Cadet Ponale Silva. Cadet Ramesh Bhajanawar. Cadet Priyesh Naik. Cadet Amol Palambudkar. Cadet Girish Kumar. Cadet Rejoy Pereira. Sufyan Shah. Cadet Sandeep Wagh. Cadet Gabriel Colasso. Cadet Pratik Naik. Cadet Manish Patnaik. Cadet McNeil Sardana. Cadet Akshay Chaudhary. Cadet Pedro Fernandez. And Cadet Wizard Lima. Thank you, sir. The Institute of Marine Engineers is a body of professional marine engineers. Their involvement and guidance in establishing this institute in 1997 is mainly responsible for laying a very strong foundation. The whole planning for conduct of this course, including course program, was done by them. The decision to rotate the trainees in various work centers to take maximum advantage of each workshop, shipyard and cargo terminals is paying rich dividends today. Our association with Institute of Marine Engineers has been further strengthened by IME conducting the final examinations, both written and orals, for all the batches. IME is also sponsoring prizes for the best all-round student and best technical presentation. All our students are members of the Institute and look forward to active participation in the affairs of the Institute in future. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Sri Uday Purohit, President IMEI. Sri Uday Purohit is an alumni of the Marine Engineering College, DMET, Kolkata of the 1977-81 batch. Mr. Purohit completed his certificates of competency, both Class 2 and Class 1 from UK. He is a chartered engineer persevering career spanning over 15 years, Sri Uday founded his company Neptunus Power Plant Services Private Limited. His background of being a hands-on marine engineer has been at the forefront of Neptunus, providing customized and operator-friendly engineering solutions to industry, marine, and oil and gas sectors. He focuses on bringing cutting-edge technology to machinery maintenance and believes that there is always a better way to maintain machines. His company has consistently been recognized as a leading SME at various industry forums. Sri Uday is passionate about technology and how it can be used to make machines more reliable. He is a widely respected thought leader in the field of machine health monitoring and condition-based maintenance practices. He is a figure at industry associations such as CII and at centers of excellence at some of India's largest manufacturing conglomerates. As a thought leader, Sri Uday delivers educative seminars to CXOs, plant heads, and maintenance heads on effective maintenance methods for eliminating equipment breakdowns and downtime. In 2018, he had the honor of being invited to deliver white paper analysis at the Golden Jubilee session of the Indian Result Testing and Tuning Team, where he spoke of how he and his team designed and commissioned the world's first multi-engine, multi-brand dyno test cell for the Kenyan Navy. Sri Uday currently serves as the president of the Institute of Marine Engineers, India, a learned body of 10,000 plus marine engineers. Previously, he served as the editor of the MER from 2013 to 15, HGS, and vice president of the IME from 2015-17 and 2017-19. His focus as president is to start the digital transformation of the IME. He is widely traveled, everywhere, very passionate about his work. Now I have the pleasure of requesting Sri Uday Purohit to address the gathering, please.
Commander Nagpal, Director Baksha, Director Sapekar sir, Captain Hale, Captain Vaidya, but most importantly, cadets and parents of cadets as passing out function. So cadets, congratulations to each one of you. Congratulations because you managed to secure a berth at the INS, and congratulations for passing out successfully and stepping out into this exciting new world that awaits you. Also, a special pat on your backs to all the prize winners. I think more than anything else, it shows a commitment and a dedication to the cause of having come here. So there's only one reason you came to IMS, and that was to study and study well. And the prize is just a culmination of those efforts. To those of you who didn't secure a prize, that's part and parcel of the game. It should only encourage or inspire you to do better. I also want to congratulate us. I think 80 of you already got jobs in the pandemic. Commander Nagpal, that's an outstandingly high achievement for your students. It speaks volumes of the dedicated management and team that you had there. So, to those of you who have not yet secured a job slot, please be patient. Things will fall in place. I'm sure with the guidance of your team in Goa and some of you who are attending this function here, things will fall in place. So who would have imagined, even in the beginning of this year, that you see such a huge transformation in the way we are operating? So Commander Nagpal talked about virtual meeting. People do not know where the virtual world meets the real world or the physical world today. I do guess that this is the norm for the future. Students, welcome to this new world order. Thomas Friedman says that the 21st century is going to see progress we've never seen before. he estimates that the current rate of progress is something like 200 years of the past. So what we see in 1 year will be what mankind witnessed 200 years earlier. And this has a huge impact on what you are going to do in your careers in future. It also means that most of what you've learned during your stay at IMS professionally is going to be obsolete maybe a year, maybe in a couple of months. So obsolescence is the biggest challenge that we face today, and things are moving so fast that maybe the strength of mechanics, the strength of materials, motor, most of these topics that you learn today will be turned on their heads as you go by. And so, what do you take away from your education here? Engineers worldwide, and I'm proud to be one, engineers worldwide are respected for their ability to think logically, for their ability to dissect a problem and come to its root cause. And if you could take this away with you, and two other things. One is the discipline that you learned at IMS, along with the commitment to hard work. And if you always preserve the sense of attitude of what you have earned and learned and gained so far, I think it will stand you in good stead in possibly turbulent, but maybe exciting times as you go ahead. So, what do you need to do to make yourself useful and a successful marine engineer? So when I went out to sea in 1981, if you had good trade, if you had good fitting skills, if you could fly well and cut well and operate a machine well, and if you could check oil in the compressor and in the main engine, you received a lot of goodwill on board. I think today times have changed. What you need to do is constantly keep learning. In my opinion, and Commander Nagpal, I truly am a believer that the days of 3-year, 4-year, 2-year courses are over. These would be replaced by high-value courses, relevant courses, which are industry ready. And so, what the biggest challenge that gets to have today and go ahead is to keep yourself from being obsolete. That means updation, upgradation has to be a constant process of learning. I am a big technology fan, and you will see how technology is affecting the world so very rapidly. Just a couple of years ago, we were grappling, or a couple of years ago, we were grappling with low sulfur fuel. Today, we are talking of ethanol, and I don't know what else is going to come. So I'm saying this that the pace at which things are changing is so rapid. You are best served if you understand that you are a student for life, and more than ever, this is relevant today. Technology is going to drive the world. You will soon have autonomous ships, and even those ships that are not autonomous are going to change or be monitored by technology. Eventually, it is just too expensive to have humans on board ships, where computers and terabytes and laptops can do the same job. So you need to graduate to a higher level. Please understand that there is no shipbuilding in Northern Europe. Yet, they are the most affluent shipping nations simply because they create ideas and create values. This is where each of us need to go there. But today is not the day to worry about that. Today is the day for you to rejoice, to enjoy your success. You are marine engineers now. Welcome to this world. God bless all of you, and may you have very, very days of happy sailing. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. you, sir, for your kind advice. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Captain Sujit Vaidya, Crew Assessment Director, V Group India. Captain Sujit Vaidya has been with Sail India V Group family from the time of starting his career with Sail India as a deck cadet in 1995 and has been with the organization through various ranks, ending his sea career as Master on Chemical Tankers. After that, he did 3 years as on board inspector, carrying out pre-wetting inspections as well as an internal auditor to ensure effective SMS implementation. In 2013, he hung up his safety shoes and started his career as Fleet Personnel Manager for Sail India Ship Management Division and continued doing so after the Sail India merger with V Group. He is currently the Director for Global Crew Assessment and Global Cadet Management. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Captain Sujit Vaidya.
Dr. Anand, thanks. Uday, you always a tough act to follow. Thank you, Commodore Nagpal, with your permission, may I begin, sir? The lockdown. Okay. This has been a very strange and a difficult year. In the last 9 months, the world has changed. If you think about it, I don't think we will ever go back to being the same again. We are having this passing out parade online. Big change to what it was last year. Last year we were all there, we were physically meeting you, we were proud to shake hands with seniors and congratulate them on their achievements. That unfortunately is not possible this year. Doctors, sanitation workers, the police have all been acknowledged as frontline workers. They've all been on COVID warriors. The whole country has clapped for them. We have lit lamps for them. But I think the most unrecognized individual in this entire world as such has been our brothers and sisters out at sea, our seafarers out there. International trade would have totally stopped if it wasn't for our seafarers. Supermarkets would be empty, vehicles would have absolutely no fuel in them. The world as we know it have collapsed, cities would be stuck. These sacrifices the men and women out at sea have put in have really not been acknowledged. And I think today we should all clap for them and call them COVID warriors as well. Cadets are passing out. You are joining their ranks as COVID warriors. I consider you to be as important as the doctors and the police forces, sanitation workers out there. I believe you are all important in this fight against COVID. All of us have learned some new skills in this past few months. Work from home has now become more or less normal. You would have learned a few skills too. But I think the most important skill that you would have learned is resilience. The ability to bounce back from tragedy, from failure, from disappointment. I think this is the most important skills required in a seafarer, which no school, no college, or no academy can teach you. It can only be learned from experience. For some, it takes years and years and years to learn, but the pandemic has taught us that this is one of the fundamental skills which all of us have. The last few years, we've all bounced back from certain tragedies, we all bounced back from being in a lockdown condition, which is very unnatural for human beings. You will need to be resilient in all aspects on board. There will be times when you will be hosted, there will be failures on board, there will be disappointments, you will be missing your friends, your families, everything. There will be absolute helplessness at times. But one has to get up, get over it and say, let's get back to work. Especially so for the boys who have not got placements right now, you need to be resilient. You would find place in time on some company or here. I really wish I could be there to look each of you in your eyes and say, well done. But for now, this is all we can do. Well done, everybody. Congratulations on passing out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Captain Sriram Manjeshwar, head Vallam Maritime Training Center, could not attend today's function due to some urgent work, but he has sent a message to the passing out cadets. I'll request for director to read out the message, please.
Chairman Sir, Commodore Nagpal, CMD, Goa Shipyard, Captain Shiv Harve, Shri Uday Purohit, Captain Sujit Vaidya, Mr. Deepak Shah, and Mr. Ajay Kambekar, distinguished guests participating in the virtual meeting. First, my sincere apologies for not participating in the great event and the August online gathering due to some urgent requirements from the office side. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the training marine engineers, the diploma engineers, who have cleared the 3C training and are ready to join their voyage on board ships. A piece of advice: be safe. Safety is a state of mind, so be alert. Be safe, which leads to the safety culture on board. Secondly, never take risk assessments lightly. Bringing down the risk is to as low as possible by eliminating the hazards or barriers. Also, wishing all the TMEs the best, and I am sure our boys who are not placed yet, will be placed very soon. Volunteer of India has been associated with India IMS Goa since last 10 years and have recently sponsored 12 boys of GME. They have elected a few diploma engineers.
Sorry for the interruption, we have lost the connection in between. The diploma cadets have spent 2 years. It is a very crucial time for them because from here onwards they embark upon a career they always dreamed of. I am sure the cadets would like to share with us their experiences at the institute, and for this I call upon Cadet McNeil Saldana to speak on behalf of all the cadets of 19 diploma entry batch.
Knowledge, competence, and discipline. These are the ideals that IMS has successfully instilled in us. Having said that, a very good afternoon to Commodore Nagpal, Chairman of the Society of Industrial and Technical Education of Goa, the Honorable Chief Guest, Captain Halve, Chief Executive Officer Masa, the guest of Good afternoon to the Director of IMS, Mr. Deepak Shah, Deputy Director, Mr. Ajay Kambekar, faculty and staff, wardens, our family and friends, and my fellow cadets. I remember being very nervous on the first day of joining IMS. I did not know anyone, nor was I familiar with the surroundings. Today, standing here on this podium, I can name everyone present here. IMS has helped me be a better individual. I've been able to empathize and care and be the better version I am today. I have the same feelings as most of us have when I look back at our 2-year journey in IMS. I feel sadness and nostalgia. To IMS, in which we take pride, where we have grown shoulder to shoulder, side by side. What the future holds, I cannot tell. But one thing I do know for sure is that in our heads, we are so excited and feeling so ready to see what's next after IMS. After Corona kept us at home for 7 long months, did any of us think we would be passing out on time? Well, here we are. We have done it. It seems to me that the vital bits of life are sandwiched in between constant bouts of preparation. In between those bouts lie small but essential periods of achievement. IMS is certainly no exception. We spent 2 years devoting to preparing ourselves for possibilities that could occur in our career as marine engineers. To our credit and to my eternal thanks, our schedule here has been challenging and worthwhile. We have had to establish ourselves, learn to support, and take control in difficult circumstances. We have immense gratitude towards all the faculty. You have helped build us and helped see ourselves positively. You all have taught us more than what is taught in books. Knowledge such as this is invaluable. I can also say that without our faculty, our achievements would have been far less. We thank you all for your support, but not just that, for your goodwill with which you have nourished, motivated, and inspired us. Personally, I offer my thanks to you for that commitment. IMS has been a constant source for preparation and readiness for what's yet to come. We must now focus our attention on new horizons. I do so eagerly and with great confidence. That confidence comes in part from my own belief in what we are doing. It also comes, of course, from all I have learned and experienced with you. It was truly a journey of a lifetime to have people from different parts of the country. From Akshay Chaudhary from Uttarakhand in the very north, to Girish Kumar from Kerala in the very south, to understand each other, our cultures, and accepting our differences to be one unit. Hostel life has given us those memories we won't forget. From 6:30 PT fallings to parade practices. You people are the reason I have so many memories. Some bitter, some sweet. None that I will forget. Of the few friends I have the pleasure of bonding with, I've learned so much from you. I'm grateful for your friendship and support. So although we are saying goodbye to IMS today, I know we are not saying goodbye to the values and knowledge instilled in us. Life in IMS has taught me, helped me realize that the world doesn't owe anyone a favor. It is by hard work that you can get everything in life. What I would say is this: the harder you work, the luckier you become. Don't wish for the best alone. Move towards it and grab what is excellent. Never give up on the first attempt. Life is all about being the best. Aim for it with all your strength and smile of success in the end. Also remembering our ex-director, Mr. Asthana, who would have loved to be along with us today. He motivated and encouraged us to realize our latent potential. I'm going to miss IMS, our faculty, and especially all of you guys. You all have been the sweet and sour batch that I shall miss. Well, not forgetting our ever-loving parents, mummies and daddies, brothers and sisters, for being our pillars and have helped us be who we are today. I hope we make you proud by becoming the successful marine engineers we aspire to be. Thank you so much. God bless you all and have a lovely day.
Thank you, Captain Magdalene. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you today's chief guest for the function, Captain Halve. Sri Halve was born, brought up and schooled in Kolkata. He completed HSC with distinction qualified for T.S. Rajendra in 1974 and passed out in 1976. He joined SCI India Steam Navigation Company as a cadet and served in various ascending capacities till 1986. He joined Foreign Flag in 1986 and sailed till 1991 as master. He sailed on cargo ships, bulk carriers, tankers, and 4 oil carriers during sea service. He came ashore in 1992 with Denham Ship Management as a superintendent in Mumbai. He took over as GM in 1996. He is closely involved in setting up of Masa Maritime Academies in Mumbai and Chennai. In 2002, he started ASV Ship Management and then involved in 2 other startups. Lastly, he served with Gulf Energy and Services as MD for 9 years. Presently, he is the CEO of Masa since 2018. He is a fellow of Company of Master Winners of India and fellow of Medical Institute, UK. Now I have the pleasure of requesting Captain Halbe to address this gathering, please.
Commodore Nagpal, Sri Purohit, Captain Vaidya, Director Mr. Shah, Deputy Director Mr. Tambekar, cadets and veterans, a very good afternoon to you. I have had the good fortune of listening to all the dignitaries and the cadets and watching their passing out function, and I was thrilled. I was thrilled from the beginning when Cadet Royston inspired us with a beautiful rendition. And it took me back many years because it showed me and it reminded me that once you are on board, once you climb the gangway of the ship, it makes no difference what is your religion, what is your belief, what is your nationality, because you have only one goal, and that goal is to operate the ship safely. I remember when I joined as a cadet, typically the chief officer or the senior officers would ask, well, what is it that you will take away from here when you go? And we would answer some vague answers. Till one smart guy actually answered, sir, I have joined the ship with 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and full physique. And I intend to get off the ship with all of them intact. And that's an absolute simple truth. That's the truth. That is the role you have. Everybody must go back intact. So what does it mean? You watch each other's back. You do not do any unsafe acts which will jeopardize yourself or jeopardize your fellow colleagues on board. What did the pandemic teach me? We are in interesting times. And one of the thoughts that occurred to me, that did I find it very difficult to cope with the pandemic? Actually, no, I didn't. And people at home, were wondering, how can you be so happy in the pandemic? I said, but this is life on board. This is what we do. There is no shore leave. Okay? You get what you eat. There's nothing else to eat. And it is fine. It just works fine. And I get along with all of you. We are not stuck at home. So you have to get along with me. And it doesn't really matter. We wear masks. We wash hands. And we do this to keep ourselves safe and people around us safe. That's exactly what you will be doing on board. And please do that. What did the pandemic teach everybody? Discipline. The key to a successful life, career, whatever it is finally discipline. Everything needs to be done on time. Everything has a time. You will find that's exactly how life is on board. When you go on watch, it is from 8 in the morning till 12 at noon. It is not 8:15 to 13 minutes past 12 o'clock. That's the watch. There are a lot of liabilities attached to it, and please follow them. You will find you cannot go wrong. One another bit of interesting thing about shipboard life. Be watchful of what others think of you. If they are happy to see you go down the gangway, something is not right,
If they are very sad to see you go down the gangway, that means you have done everything right. People are unhappy to see you go. There is a message in that. And see that you pay heed to this. Another part of it is, since you are now going to join on board, the Institute of Marine Engineers has issued you a cadet record book, the training record book, TAR book as they call it. Please go through that TAR book. That is your guide to success. That is your step-by-step guide to success. It details every task that is to be done on board. Please do it diligently. Do not make fake entries. Do not enter things, ye to malum hai. Do not do that. It is a golden opportunity you are now getting to go on board. Another part, just because you are an engine cadet or a junior engineer, spend some time on deck. You know, the whole purpose of the unit to be on board the cargo ship is to move cargo safely from A to B, and that is how the ship owner earns money. And our world revolves around money. When you move cargo, you are actually moving the economy. Pay heed to that. Go on deck. Understand what is it that these guys on deck do. What is it when the third officer or chief officer is saying, balash nahi jata hai? What does it mean? What impact does it have? Take interest. Study the plans. I mean, there is a lot to say, but you are now on an exciting phase in your lives. And I must also thank all the parents for allowing and choosing such a wonderful career for their children. One small word of caution for the parents: do not call up your children and tell them how much you miss them. That's not going to get anywhere. They are born for a career. They will come back when their tour of duty is over. Okay, it does happen that they will come back sometimes a month later or a month earlier also. The world doesn't come to an end. Yeah? So please do take care. And I wish you, all you youngsters, fair winds and following seas, have a wonderful, safe and a secure career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words, the passing out cadets. It is now time to thank all those who have contributed for the success of this batch and also the success of this function. For this, I invite Sri Deepak Shah, Director, Institute of Maritime Studies, to propose the vote of thanks.
Captain Q. Halve, Sri Uday Purohit, Captain Sujit Vaidya, Captain Sriram Manjeshwar, Commodore Nagpal, Chairman SciTech, members of our committee, parents, invitees, staff of IMS, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would thank Captain Shiv Halve for readily agreeing to grace this occasion as a chief guest. I am fully aware of the time constraints that you have in this challenging time. You have been at the forefront in coordination and assistance to the seafarer. Your words of wisdom will always be remembered by the cadets. Your words like happiness, positive lifestyle, discipline, filling of tar books, of course parents involved even, very good thoughts which students will always remember. Sri Uday Purohit has readily accepted to be our guest of honor. A marine engineer with immense experience and knowledge, your words of motivation for the cadets will help them building their career for sea. The technology you mentioned surely will make them sure that they won't be obsolete. Thank you for appreciating IMS. I have to thank Captain Sujit, Director, Crew Accident and Global Cadet Management Lead Group for being here with us. Your thoughts on resilience will be well set in the cadets' mind. I request you to consider a long-term plan for selection of cadets from our institute. Captain Sriram Manjeshwar, my friend, who is not able to be here today, but he is very happy to be selecting 10 to 12 cadets every year from IMS. Your words of guidance will fill the cadets with new energy, and we need your continuous support. IMS is thankful to all the shipping companies for increasing their faith in us and the staff and the cadets. We thank the training centers, Goa Shipyard, Marmagao Porters, Southwest Port Limited, Adani Group, Marine Electrical Agencies for the splendid facilities and dedication to train the cadets. The mentors of the Institute of Marine Engineers, Goa branch, have trained the cadets about the preparation on going on ship. Your connection with our cadets is appreciated. The various organizations for sponsoring awards and prizes for the cadets who excel in the various fields is a great source of inspiration to the young cadets. Thank you very much. Our ex-directors, Sri A. Ambedkar, Sri B.S. Mathur, and late Sri M.C. Asthana have set up the strong foundation for our institute. Sri Asthana had set up the e-learning platform which we have been actively using for our online classes since April 2020. Thank you, sirs, and please continue to guide us. I wish to thank the Chairman, sir, and all the committee members for their proactive support for developing IMS to the best standards. To all the parents, invitees, shipping company officials, well-wishers who have joined us live on Facebook, the ISBD principal and the staff who have been always cooperating with IMS, our caterer, Vishwajit and his staff who keep the cadets healthy and fine, our housekeeping staff who keeps our hostel and office clean, Sri Rao for the fine photography, and Sri Sunay Pai for a very nice complaint which is done today. IMS has progressed and developed well in the last 8 months. There have been many firsts, just to mention a few, the online classes which we never had before. The teaching faculties and the training instructors readily and perfectly adjusted to the system and doing a wonderful job. The exams which are conducted online for the batches periodically, the interviews of the diploma, and of course the degree cadets for the next batch with shipping companies for 5 days continuously on Google Meet was very interesting and really first time for us. I am extremely proud of our staff, both technical and administrative. It's very difficult to find such dedicated people with me. They have been attending IMS even during the times when our city was gripped with the maximum COVID-19 cases. IMS is well recognized in the shipping industry due to the excellent training to the cadets by our staff. I thank IMS for the support and motivation for me. I have been always been supported by Deputy Director Sri Ajay Ambedkar, who since the time he joined, we have been quite together and we have been adjusting with lot of things we can decide, we can discuss before we take up decisions. Thank you, Ajay. We need to recognize and felicitate one of the gems of our team who has single-handedly conducted all the online setup in the last 8 months despite the pandemic. Sri G. Anand Kumar has been instrumental in meticulously planning and executing the online platform. I request Sri Ajay Ambedkar to present him a letter of appreciation and a check. Sri Anand Kumar. We wish to recognize and felicitate another gem of our team who is involved with approved training and has been consistently taking additional interest in the training of cadets. I request Sri Sankit Pallesai to come forward to receive the letter of appreciation and check. Admission has always been a big challenge, and we recognize the efforts and skills put in by Mrs. Bhakti Khadkar, who efficiently managed the admission process for all these years. Her memory of the cadets' names and roll numbers is absolutely perfect. I request Srimati Bhakti Madam to receive the admission letter. It is well known that the performance of any cadet will be measured by the practical skills achieved. The workshop staff has diligently put their wholehearted effort to make every cadet to excel in all the jobs. The sincerity of the workshop staff has been highlighted by visitors of shipping companies. IMS is known for the well-trained workshop staff. Congratulations to Mr. Dinesh Shirokar for preparing welding and investigation. Cadets, you must remember the advice given by all our dignitaries. Congratulations to the prize winners and the others who missed by a narrow margin. Life today has made you stronger mentally and physically. The last 41 days in the hostel was like a long voyage without shore. You would have learned surely many things about yourself. May you take the guidance from your teachers at all times. Be a good mentor to the juniors as you progress in the ranks. Be positive, have patience, and keep learning. Take interest, have the spark of initiative, and commit yourself to the hard work. Success will always come to you. Lastly, special thanks to all the cadets of the 18th Diploma for making this program possible. If it wasn't for your discipline and your commitment, from 14th of October till today, we would not have this personal function. Your health and well-being will be a guiding light for the incoming GNE batch of 40 cadets who will join for practical training on 1st of December. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Well, this brings us to the end of this function. I now request everyone to stand up for national anthem. Cadet Royson.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you all.